Hi, my name's Sheryl. Normally, I would say, hey freaky people, it's super freaky, one or you. But that's my other channel. I am going to be Wednesdays on this new channel, A Different Pretty. And if you're watching this, then you've already found us. So thanks. And subscribe. We are a group of women who want to create an environment where we could talk about real life issues and fashion and beauty. We want it all. And, it's not existing right now, so someone came up with the idea of putting it together. I say hell yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about me. Like I said, my name is Sheryl. I'm 39. I will be 40 in a couple of months. It doesn't bug me even a little. My husband thinks it should. Like, he's always saying things about it'll bug you when it's time, but it won't. So 42 will bug me. 30 didn't bug me at all. 32, I freaked out. Anyhow, but I don't think so. None of it has anything to do with anything. I'm 40, almost. I'm married to my best friend. And my polar opposite. We've been together for 18 years. Gosh, I knew I was going to marry him on our second date. Our first date was the absolute worst date I've ever been on in my entire life. I never wanted to see him again. But he sent flowers, so I gave him another shot. And by the end of our second date, I knew he was going to be my husband. And 6 years later, I finally got him to the altar. No, we had a really long engagement. We weren't even living in same states during part of it because of work. But we've already been together longer than most marriages. So 12 years married, 18 years together. And why I sometimes think about, killing him. I love him dearly. We have an 8-year-old son. His name's Alexander. He was supposed to be named Xander, after Xander from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's how I named my son, was from a pop TV show. But whatever, don't judge me. Anyhow, everyone started calling him Baby Alex, so Alex sort of stuck after that. He'll be 9 at the end of November. He's a really special kid. He has Asperger's syndrome, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's an autism spectrum disorder. So, basically, if you don't know what autism is, it's just the brain neurons and connections are formed a little differently, and so he doesn't think like a typical child would. There's a lot of forms of autism, from real severe autism to very mild. And my son, Asperger's is on the mild end. It's pretty much as high functioning as you can get. So he's got gifts with his autism. A lot of kids with autism, especially Asperger's, came with with little gifts attached. My son can do things that in a million years I couldn't even try to do. But I'm getting ahead of myself. When he was born, he was just a normal baby. When he was around 15 months, we noticed that there was something different. Getting him diagnosed with autism, it was actually a lot harder than you think. I mean, we tested him at 2 years old and they said he doesn't have autism. And from the time he was 4 on, anyone who would listen to me, I kept telling them that he had Asperger's. And it was hard because even sometimes my family, it's like, you almost want him to have autism. And I don't. Okay, I don't. But I knew that there was something wrong and I was going to speak up until somebody did something about it. And finally, when he was 6 years old, he had just turned 6, they sent him to University of Iowa Children's Center for Development and Disabilities. And they diagnosed him with PDD, which is pervasive developmental delay, which is also an autism spectrum disorder. Now, that was when he was 6. I told them then he had Asperger's, but they said that they couldn't say for sure or not. And then finally, 6 months ago or so, when we took him in for his appointment, they're like, oh, he's Asperger's. And I'm like, really? Because I've been telling everybody that since he was 4. So parents always know their kids. I'll tell you that much. But at least now he's got, he has a label, but he also has services that he needs to help him. Anyhow, when they were testing him, they were asking him questions, and he was just pointing to answers, and then he'd like lay on the floor. Did I not mention he has ADHD too? A lot of, about half of cases of autism are with ADHD symptoms. It's like a lot of times they're like intertwined. And so they were asking these questions, and he was laying on the floor, and then he's getting up, and then he just kept pointing answers, and I was getting really pissed. And we were behind a two-way mirror because the questions were like impossible, hard, SAT type questions. And so finally he left. He said, I'm going to the bathroom, and he like walked out. And I went in there to like complain to the psychologist, like, how could he possibly answer those? I can't answer those. And I'm smart. I am not a stupid person. And it turned out he'd gotten every single one of them right. They stopped the test as soon as the kids missed 3 in a row. So, I mean, he's been testing in the college range, high school, senior college range, since he was 6 for stuff, mathematical concepts, spatial relations, and so my fight with people with autism is I'm not looking for a cure. I'm not trying to cure my son. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Why would you cure brilliance? I wouldn't. That's stupid. I'm looking for acceptance. I'm looking for the end of ignorance. Just because somebody has a spectrum disorder doesn't make them stupid. My son is twice as smart as most adults I know. Okay, so the stereotypes that come along with a developmental delay are wrong, and they bug me, and so I want to change that. Me personally, I'm a big girl. Used to be a lot bigger. Used to be a lot smaller. I have been in a lifelong battle with my weight. And I haven't given up. I will always battle. But I have decided that I'm going to be happy at the size I'm at. I'm not going to not go do things because I'm afraid that I'm too big, or that people will look, or people will make fun, or any of that. I'm going to go out and I'm going to live my life, and I'm going to have fun. And world be damned. I'm here. Okay? And a whole lot of other people are here, and they're my size too. You know, some are tiny, some are big. It doesn't even matter. Why is size an issue? You know? I can fit in an airplane seat, okay? Leave me alone. That's, if you're, you know, stuck next to me on an airplane, don't worry, I can fit next to you, okay? Other than that, it's my life. So, I'm going to live it. I've made it, I don't want to say a mission, but I've made it a priority in my life. Especially the last few years when I've been going through this metamorphosis. That I want to help other women overcome issues dealing with low self-esteem and shyness. Just help them be more confident, because unless you stand up and claim your stake on life, it's going to pass you by. People are drawn to confidence. And if you're hovering in a corner, living life on the edges of, you know, the fringes of everything, you know, that's no kind of way to live. You got to jump in. You got to hold on tight to life. And I want to help other women do that. Because it took me 20 years to figure out how. I don't think I have time for anything else. I didn't set my timer. I'm pretty sure I'm at the 15-minute mark. I talk the crap out of everything. Sorry about that. But anyhow, I'll leave some for next week. But I hope you guys will tune in. And, you know, we'll figure this thing out together. Okay? Bye.